Having an elevated platform is the best way to teach your dog a place command. Place command is a great training exercise because it teaches your dog self-discipline and self-control, and it's a great training exercise to have around the house when you don't want your dog to get into things, or you want your dog to be rude, when you don't want your dog to bolt through the door, or when you don't want your dog to jump on your guests or to beg when you're eating. It's just a great training exercise. The best way to teach your dog this is through the use of an elevated platform. The elevated platforms are also great because they make a great bed for your dog, a great furniture. It's like their own little furniture that they are allowed to go into, and they learn to love it. The only problem is they're very expensive. They cost upwards of $90, some of them. So for this little short video, I'm going to show you how to make one really cheap. All you need is some 2x4s. This one I got from a pallet, so I didn't even pay for these. So far that was free. The carpet, just some really cheap carpet material from a hardware store. I only paid like $16 for this. Then some particle board or MDF or plywood, whatever you have available, and you just cut it to whatever length, to whatever size you think you need for your dog. And then you're also going to get some hardware, some drywall screws, pan head screw with some washers. You're going to screw in your particle board into the frame with the drywall screws. Make sure the drywall screws are long enough to go through the particle board and the 2x4s. And this is what it's going to look like right here. And once you have this, you will use the carpet. You want the carpet to be about 2 inches longer on each side, so you can fold it onto the side of the bed, tap it in with a hammer, and it'll make it easier for you to screw the screws in to the 2x4s. And then after you do that, go to the other side. You do one side at a time. Go to the other side, stretch it, repeat the process, and then go to the other side. And this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is a nice bed. You can do it a different way also. Instead of putting it on the side, you can fold it over onto itself. You would put the hardware on top, and just kind of go all the way around. I only put the pan head and the washer on certain places, like the corners, the centers, and then fill the rest in with drywall screws, just to kind of fill it in and get the air pockets out. And that's kind of what it looks like right there. I like the other version better. This one is not too bad, I guess, but it won't cover the sides like the other one, but it still looks kind of decent. You can also do this right here. This is a different alternative. The material on top is just like a welcome mat, really cheap. For this one I use plywood and 2x2s, just slightly different, but you get the idea. This is all free except for the welcome mat, which is only like $4, I think. Then you do want to use your pan head screws and some washers, and this will be really cheap compared to what you would have to pay for. So